La, 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 la. Check one. Check. Check one. Check two. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
I got my first real 6-string.
Yeah.
Bought it at the 5 and dime.
What'd you do with it?
Played it till my fingers bled.
Yeah.
It was the summer of '69.
Kick it.
Me and some guys from school had a band and we tried real hard. Jimmy quit, Jody got married. Should've known we'd never get far. When I look back now, the summers used to last forever.
Mixed up everything. The brothers. 4 brothers from Sydney, Australia.
Yeah, those were the best days
Days of my life.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
Ain't no use in complaining.
Bryan Adams song. We might get struck for that one. We got struck yesterday for playing Tony fucking Bennett, man. Mark Scotty reporting. How you guys doing, man? How you doing? Yeah, yesterday's video got whacked because of we're playing Tony Bennett. I don't understand what happened to the creative community. Why would MTV Unplugged strike a video because you played their wonderful piece of Tony Bennett singing I left my heart in San Francisco? I just don't understand that. You want people to play your material. You want people to see your material. Why would you strike it? But that's the times we live in. The money is more important. Give me the fucking money. So, welcome everybody to the program. If you haven't heard, a certain sous chef, a chef for Obama, Michelle and Barack Obama, out there in Martha's Vineyard, has mysteriously died on a paddleboard about 100 feet in the water right at Obama's house. And you got to wonder, what did this chef know? Was he in the White House sniffing coke with Hunter Biden? What did he know, right? The guy's a personal, look, it's a wild reach to think that Obama had his chef killed. But there is a profound number of people who die around people like Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, and ironically, Barack Obama. So here's a guy, right, young, black man, chef, and he knows everything. He sees Obama almost every day. Well, probably 3 times a day if Obama eats 3 times a day. Right? And what did he know? Did he have sensitive information and Obama had to whack him while he was out on his paddleboard? I don't know. It's possible. It is possible. So we'll look at this hypothetical, theoretical, philosophical, educational inquiry, by the way. We'll take a look. We'll see the details surrounding it. It just, I don't know, man. Who dies on a paddleboard in fucking Martha's Vineyard, paddling around in the beautiful ocean? Not many people that I know. All right. I know many surfers. I don't know anyone who ever died. But it seems like Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and Barack Obama know a lot of people that die all the time. So we'll look at that story. Again, it's a bit of a reach. I'm not saying that Barack Obama killed his chef, but I am saying it is suspicious. There is inquiry necessary to look at who the guy was and what are the circumstances of the death. Did he whack his... was there heavy waves? Did he hit his head on a rock? How did he die? He just died paddling around in the water? People don't die like that. So anyway, we'll look at that story. And what else is going on? Yeah, there's a little more evidence in the Gildo Beach killer, Rex Horman. They found a big vault in his basement with guns. Biden's dog, Major, is biting everyone. And we'll look at the markets. The markets are going to be, if nothing else, very volatile this week because Google is going to report at the end of the day their earnings. And Microsoft and Facebook are also on tap to report this week. Also on Wednesday, tomorrow, the Fed Reserve is going to announce, are they going to jack the interest rate another quarter percentage point? That seems to be baked into the equation already. They think, most Wall Street thinks that they're going to raise it another 25 basis points, the interest rate. But the talk they're looking for is, are they done? Have they completed their quantitative tightening, and they're going to stop doing it? Because if they raise the interest rate a quarter point, but say that's the last one, then the markets will rally. If it's left a mystery, it's still a mystery. Right? So we'll look at the markets as well. As my thumbnail today, there's Barack Obama body bag and Hillary Clinton, very familiar with body bags. How many people die around? You got to ask yourself this: in the average lifetime, how many acquaintances, not family members, but how many of your acquaintances suddenly die? Like radically, right? And in good shape too, right? Not many, right? But with Hillary Clinton, a lot of them die. And I would imagine Barack Obama too. So we're gonna definitely look at that. Hillary Clinton is not unfamiliar with dead bodies dying under suspicious circumstances around her. And I got a website, marcusconti.com. Every morning at 9 a.m. we talk about these very educational, philosophical subjects of people possibly killing each other and definitely killing each other. In the case of the Gildo Beach killer, and other things too, good stuff too, like how to meditate and how to be peaceful with oneself, and how to take care of yourself through exercise and diet, and really good music sometimes. So, thank you everybody for joining me. McKill Slide, my brother from a different mother in the house. Vinny DiMartini having some issues there. Take care of yourself. That's the theme. Weevil Girl. Our wrenches are here. Vinny and Weevil Girl. Justin Falzone is here too. Zoot Cooter says, "This is what happens when you know too much." Zoot Cooter's paying attention. Did the sous chef know too much? It's possible. Seti in the house. Mad Cow Mark is here. Chris Milk as well. Robert B, Kaz Philly Camden, TJ, and everybody else who's lurking. Christopher Conwell, Sean Kane, Sident. These are real people that I'm talking to in the chat. We record every morning 9 a.m. in front of a live studio audience, and we go out over Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, Facebook, Twitter, Getter, Truth Social, and everywhere else you might find videos like this. So let's start here. So let's talk about the massive walk-in vault uncovered in fruitful search of Gildo Beach suspect Rex Horman's home. So they found a giant vault. They thought initially it was a soundproof room. Now, when you hear soundproof room with a serial killer, you think of a torture chamber, so that no one outside could hear the tortured screaming. But the other thing is, he didn't live alone. Mind you, he lived with his wife, and there were kids, adult children in the home. So he wasn't like this recluse who lived by himself, and chopped people up and buried them in the basement. But it is interesting that he had a vault, a sealed, locked off vault in the basement, and he had like 300 weapons in there. Some of them were legal, some of them were not legal. So that's the only new detail we know. I'd be reasonably sure at this point that Suffolk County has enough evidence to prove that this is the killer. The only problem there, they're digging up his yard, they're digging up his basement, they're looking for body parts, anything that leads to the bodies of these people, right? And I would imagine once they're in your backyard with a backhoe, they're going to find everything. But the problem with this case is that 12 years have expired. He also owns 2 properties, I believe one in Las Vegas and one down south somewhere. And they're now scouring those properties and those areas for missing people, missing 20-year-old hookers, which he likes. So we'll keep, I think they got their guy so far. I think Suffolk County did a good job so far in getting this guy. Serial killer, they got him. So as if it's a mystery, 8 habits could add 24 years to your life, study shows, right? And it looks like a significant study, but these are old facts. The things that we're going to talk, the things that they list. How many? 8? Yeah. Of the 8, some of them are ridiculously obvious, right? But nonetheless, it seems to be still, in the year 2023, still scientific breakthrough. How ridiculous. But apparently 8 simple rules will add time to your life. Adopting some simple, healthy habits by middle age will pay dividends in the future, says the American Society for Nutrition. Now, they researched 700,000 U.S. veterans. That's a lot of people. That is a huge study. 700,000 veterans. They found, on average, embracing these habits increased male lifespan by 24 years and women by 21 years. So 8 simple facts. Right? And what are those simple facts? Let's go right to the bottom and find out. The habits include being physically active. Now, what the hell does that mean, physically active? It means maybe you're not a prisoner to a desk, right? Or you're just absolutely refuse to exercise. Being free from opiate addiction. How fucking obvious is that one, right? Don't be strung out on opioids. Stay away from doctors, right? Being physically active. Don't kill yourself with opioids. Not smoking. Not smoking what? Be specific, please. Is it tobacco that they're smoking? Probably. Is it cigarettes? Commercially manufactured cigarettes? Smoking them all day, every day? That's how people smoke, by the way. I don't know many casual smokers. I happen to be one of them, like once in a while, and because I grow it. But most people that smoke every day, all day, from the time they get up to the time they go to sleep. The first thing they do is take a puff, and the last thing they do is take a puff. That's a lot of smoke, bro. That's a lot of inhaling smoke. It can't be good. When you're taxing your lungs like that, that could never be good. So the obvious: get physical, get more physical. Stay away from the heroin. Don't smoke. Managing stress. How does one manage stress? Sitting in front of a psychiatrist, dumping your fucking life story on them and expecting them to fix it? No, that is not how you reduce stress. So that's a gray area. Obviously, meditation would be the proper way to do it. Having a good diet, of course, not binge drinking. And binge drinking, I believe, is defined as 5 drinks in a row in less than an hour or two, right? Every so often, right? That's bad. You never want to flood yourself with something like that. How about one drink once in a while? How about that idea? Having good sleep hygiene. We got to sleep. And the last one is interesting too. So positive social relationships. That's a good one right there, because people don't consider toxic relationships as something bad for your health. And it really is. You're around toxic people, right, for too long, and you will feel toxic, right? Toxic people don't like you if you're happy. If you're happy, joyous, and free, toxic people don't like you. They want to take it from you. They're jealous of your happiness and your good feeling, and they fucking line up to try to take it away from you and prove that you're not as happy as you fucking want to be. Right? So positive self, this walking away from people is always a good idea too. You're allowed to do that, by the way. You're allowed to be in a toxic situation and not have to stand there and try to debate and prove yourself right and that they're wrong. No, you can simply bow out. You tap out of the toxic, negative social relationship. You tap out and you walk away. No shame there. Right? That's the win. That's how you win. So anyway, so these are some of the obvious, right? The obvious things to add as much as 25 years to your life. Don't smoke tobacco. It's a bad idea. Don't do opioids. Get physical, meaning exercise every day. Eat right. Drink a lot of water. Sleep. And stay away from toxic people. All right, I'll buy that. Very scientific. Very, very, very scientific stuff we're talking about. Quickly, Biden's dog commander sent Secret Service officer to hospital. Bit 6 others, replacing first pooch major. Why does both German Shepherds that are around Joe Biden biting people? Why is it? I mean, is that by chance or is that a bad fucking guy? Right? Dogs are very receptive to that. It's like, what kind of energy does Joe Biden have? I've never met him. I've never been near him. I don't know anybody who's ever met him or been near him. Is there a incredibly negative energy around Joe Biden that causes his dogs to bite people? Maybe. Again, how many people do you know that die on a paddleboard or have a dog? Every dog they get bites people. That's a pattern. Once is well, you got a dog that's doesn't acclimate to people very well, but twice. Why did both dogs that Joe Biden have in the White House bite everyone? I think it's a reflection of the man himself. So there's the dog, and I don't know what else to make of it. The first dog they gave away to the family because he was biting everybody, biting Secret Service, and here's the new dog. Well, no, that's the old dog. This is the new dog. But anyway, man, Joe Biden not having, I think it's a sign, I listen to dogs barking. When you pass someone's house and there's nobody home and the dog is doing the on and on and on for hours, that's a sign of neglect. Right? The dog is trapped in the house by himself, barking, trying to stay sane with no stimulus, can't get out of the house, probably almost definitely has to go to the bathroom, and he was trained to hold his everything until the owner comes home to let him out to take a quickie in the yard. But dogs are very revealing, and you can hear it in the barking patterns. It reflects the people that own them. And so Joe Biden has a dog that bites everybody twice already. So let's talk about this subject. I want to look at the market quickly. Where are we? It looks like we're going to open up higher. NASDAQ is set to open up 32. Dow Jones Industrial Average set to open down 31. However, the Dow has been way up. So a little correction there is due. NASDAQ has been down over the last 3 sessions. Yeah, and again, Microsoft is going to report. It's going to be explosive by the end of the day when Google reports tonight. Tomorrow we'll be talking about something different. How is Google doing in the morning right now? Google 121. All right. Right now it's a little optimistic. People are buying Google up right now, and we'll come back to that in a couple of minutes. So Horman, what else we got here? So let's talk about Barack Obama. The question is, did Barack Obama have anything to do with the very, very nice, fit, young black chef that works at Martha's Vineyard? That died on a paddleboard? Did Barack Obama have anything to do with the death? Was it Barack Obama's paddleboard? Because Barack Obama is known to be a paddle boarder. He stands on his big long board with an oar. There's pictures of him doing it. From Hawaii. I would argue that the water is probably a little more erratic in Martha's Vineyard, probably a lot of rocks. But the question is there any connection between the good chef that died in the backyard, literally, in Barack Obama's backyard? Again, how many people in your life have died in your backyard? How many people, raise your hand if anybody has ever died in your backyard? Why these guys? Why do people, they're sitting ready to have a meeting with Hillary Clinton and suddenly a dumbbell falls on their throat and kills them? Or you take the paddleboard out and suddenly you're dead in Obama's backyard. How many? I don't know anybody nobody has ever died in my backyard except my cat. So let's look at this thing. Obama's personal chef that drowns while paddleboarding near former President's Martha Vineyard estate. No, it's not near the estate. It was in the backyard. It was in the water, right? He left on Obama's property and he's paddling around out in the water. It's not near. It's at Obama's house where he probably lives. Because he's the live-in chef. He's a live-in chef. They don't go home. They don't come in every once in a while. They got guest quarters where they live. The fucking chef lives there. The man who drowned while paddleboarding on a pond outside the Obama's... In a pond? A fucking pond? Wait. A state has been identified. Where did he... A pond? I don't get it. The police were dispatched. Obama was looking for lost paddleboard in a pond. That's a new detail. I didn't hear that. I thought he was out in the ocean. Where's the pond? Now, let's continue to read. This gets even more interesting. I thought, all right, well, if you're paddleboarding in the ocean and a wave hits you and you flip over and hit your head on a rock, that's possible. But in a pond? How did the guy die in a pond? There's no alligators in Martha's Vineyard in fucking all the way up north. How did he die? Authorities confirmed Monday afternoon that the body of 45-year-old Tafari Campbell, a black, was found in 8 feet of water about 100 feet from the banks of the Obama's property on Eggertown Great Pond. Does he live in the pond? Is this a pond? Where's the fucking pond, man? This little thing right here? This little piece of fucking, I don't know what over here? I don't know, man. It doesn't make sense so far. Holes in the story all over the place. Campbell previously served as the sous chef in the White House while Barack Obama was in office and was hired to be his personal staff when his term ended. Emergency responders were dispatched to the 30-acre estate at 79 Tuckerland Cove Road on Sunday night after the reports of a possible drowning in the nearby water. Rescue efforts involving divers, Coast Guard helicopters, were launched from the property overnight. And there he is, 45. This guy's fit, right? Guy's fit. Guy's alive. How did he die? Campbell's body was finally discovered around 10 a.m. Monday using sonar. The Obamas were not home at the time of the incident. Nobody in their right mind believes that Barack Obama went out there and slammed the chef himself with his own hands. They hire hitmen. They hire people to do the killing. They do. Am I stretching this one? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm always suspicious. I got to ask these questions, you know. So the Obamas were not home. Tafari was a beloved part of the family, says Obama. When we first met him, he was a talented sous chef at the White House, creative and passionate about food and its ability to bring people together. In the years that followed, we got to know him as a warm, fun, extraordinarily kind person who made all of our lives a little brighter. Yeah, until you killed him. So, did this guy have an eye on Obama? Was he in the center of Obama's life? Every single meal that Obama ate had something to do with this guy. Maybe this guy tried to kill him. Maybe the sous chef tried to poison him because Obama betrayed the country and his black brothers and sisters, maybe, right? Right. Maybe Tarifi, right? I don't want to make light of the guy's death, but maybe Tarifi was the killer, and Obama had him killed before Tarifi poisoned him, right? He's touching Obama's food. There he is with his girlfriend. Here's a picture. He's definitely a real person. Well, let's look at a video. Here he is making beer in the White House. Let's listen. Let's see the man himself.
Something like this, you don't want it to go too fast. Creating a lot of air, which would make the beer taste better. They're all topped off. You want to at least get the water to the neck. Caps back on it. Now we wait.
He knows a lot about beer.
Gotta keep it under lock and key. You don't see any settlement, and that's due in part to that screen that's at the bottom of the siphoning. Once it's in here, the only thing that has to be done is add the bottling sugar. So now we head upstairs. What you do is you take the beer bottle
and you drink that shit.
Let it fill all the way to the top, and once you remove the bottle, the beer drops automatically to the right level. And let it sit in the bottle for another 2 to 3 weeks, and then from there into the refrigerator.
Bang. So that's the guy, that's the man, the myth, the legend that we're talking about. There's Barack Obama with the sous chef. Sous chef involved in every part of Obama's life, no doubt about it. Today we join everyone who knew and loved Tafari, especially his wife and their twin boys. Wow, what a tragedy. What a tragedy. He's got twins, right? Another person, I wonder what kind of insurance he had working for Obama. I hope he had about $1 million in life insurance. Another person who had been paddleboarding on the pond when Campbell drowned says they saw him struggling in the water, then submerging without resurfacing. Another person? Does the other person have a name? Does the other person have a description? Why is there another person in the private pond of Barack Obama? And another person, that's suspicious. Where's the other person? How did somebody saw him go down and it took hours to pull the body out? See how it doesn't make sense? See how there's lack of detail? If somebody saw him go under and didn't fucking get him, it's a pond. Right? It's not like he got sucked under by an undertow wave. It doesn't make sense. He was wearing all black at the time and was not wearing a life jacket. So I've surfed many times. I never wore a life jacket. I don't know what the fuck a life jacket is. It's if you could swim, you don't need a life jacket. And by the way, the board itself is a flotation device. The board, I don't know if you know this, but when you surf, the board is attached to your body, right? To a cord, a rip cord. Right? If you're standing up on the board, it's around your ankle. If you're bodyboarding, you put it around your wrist. So that if you get knocked off the board in a lot of waves, all you have to do is, and you don't know which way is up. You're under the water. It's like being in a washing machine. You don't know which way is up. You just pull the cord, and the cord pulls you up. Right? That's the way you save yourself. So how does the guy die in a pond, right, on a paddleboard? Of course he had the fucking ripped cord on his... Everybody does that. That's a even pro surfers do that. Everybody does that. You put the cord around your ankle, and the other side of that cord is on the back of the board. This way, if you go down, you grab the cord, you pull it, and you go up out of the water. Where was the rip cord? I don't care about a life jacket. It's a flotation device. The board itself is a flotation device. The board doesn't sink, ever. Unless it's cracked. Unless it cracks in half. Right? But a board is not going to crack in half on a pond. I'm cracking this mystery, by the way. His board and hat were discovered shortly after search crews. During his time in the White House, Campbell was known for brewing a beer using honey. Here's CBS reporting.
Images of the Obama family chef who died on Martha's Vineyard. His body was found near a pond near the Obama home after a paddleboarding trip. All right, David Wade back in studio tracking details that are still coming into our newsroom, David.
Yeah, Chris, the Obama family says they're grieving tonight the loss of Tafari Campbell. On Sunday, Martha's Vineyard police say they got a call about a man who went under the water in Edgartown's Great Pond. Another paddleboarder actually saw him.
All right, so we're gonna say that they're now calling it a great pond. So that big piece of water right behind Obama's house is not ocean. They're calling it a pond. Now, when I think of a pond, I think of calm water, right? But still, if it's a pond, that means it's inside the bay and there's no waves. It's relatively calm, even though the top might be a little choppy. There's no waves. There's no waves in a pond. There's no waves in a bay. So that seems to be accurate. It wasn't some other pond. It was the big waterway right behind Obama's house.
But was unable to get to him. State police say emergency crews spent hours searching for Campbell, but sadly recovered his body this morning. The Virginia man worked at the White House as...
It doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense. If you're on a paddleboard, you have to... They would have... The board didn't sink. The board doesn't sink. And if it's attached properly to when you get on the thing, right, it doesn't sink and the board would be there. All you have to do is find the board and you'll find the body. Why did it take hours? There's holes in that story right there.
As a sous chef, and in this official video...
Sedent asks, was he vaccinated? I don't know, man.
Was seen working on brewing an official beer for 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Now, President Obama offered Campbell a job to work for his family when he was leaving the White House, and Campbell took it. In a statement tonight, President Obama said Tafari was a beloved part of...
Snake says the other person was the cleanup guy, the cleaner. Yeah. Beer made with Michelle's homemade honey, says Mad Cow Mark. Yeah, he was a good dude. He was a good dude. He was making honey. He saw that Michelle liked the honey from the bees, so he made a beer out of the honey. Nice guy, right? Really nice guy. I'm not saying the guy was fucked up, but what did he know? He knew something. He knew something. Right? He knew something about something. He overheard something, or saw something, witnessed something, or he tried to kill Obama. He tried to kill him. Tried to poison him.
Of our family.
Tried to poison his arugula salad.
When we first met him, he was a talented sous chef at the White House, creative and passionate about food and its ability to bring people together. In the years that followed, we got to know him as a warm, fun, extraordinarily kind person who made all of our lives a little bit brighter. By the way, the Obamas were not at the home at the time. Tafari Campbell was married with twin boys. The investigation into his death continues. Chris?
All right.
The investigation into his death continues. Barack Obama, you own the house. Right? What do you know about who's suspect number one? If you live in a volatile space like that. In the movie Oppenheimer, I'll give you an example. In the movie Oppenheimer was a hero. He was celebrated. People loved him because he built the bomb that was dropped on Japan and made Americans happy about killing 200,000 Japanese and ending World War II once and for all. He was a hero. And then as time went on, he had to live with that achievement, and he became a villain. He became evil and bad. Right? Maybe the sous chef was the same. He was Obama's favorite guy, and then suddenly he became, I don't know, the object of a conspiracy to kill Obama. Maybe he was. Maybe there was a conspiracy to kill Obama. Who knows? Maybe Hillary and Bill Clinton came to Tarifi and said, "Listen, man, drop some of this sodium chloride or sodium nitrate or sodium cyanide into Barack Obama's oatmeal, and we'll give you $1 million, and you can hang out on Epstein's island for a while and get some young chicks, white chicks." I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. So Bing, we're open. Now we're open. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Ooh, all right. I want to talk about AMC. AMC, for disclosure, I'm holding a few shares of this because what a fascinating run yesterday. I didn't get any of it. I'm hoping to get it right now. AMC was up fucking like 400%. I don't know why my shit isn't working right now. What's going on, man? There we go. Click. Okay, so AMC, NASDAQ is up. AMC is down 8%, but that's okay because yesterday it was up 30%. You see what happened right here? AMC in the early morning went up to almost $8 from $4. So it doubled. Right now we're hovering at $5.36 a share. I'm curious if it's going to do another gallop up. You see where we are right now? Yesterday it went as high. It went way higher in the before the open. It was all the way up at $8. So it was based on they made a lot of money on the two movies, Barbie and Oppenheimer. So the markets reacted by sending the stock up. But this is a meme stock, and historically when there's a lot of down energy on the stock, the meme buyers will come in and drive it up, as they did yesterday. But it's usually not a one-day event. Usually they'll come back in at some point. So that's what I anticipate. I think it'll, I don't know, it could get up to at least $6 if it runs. If it runs, it could go 7 and 8, and maybe, who knows, maybe 10. I don't know, but those are big moves. All of a sudden now it's all bullish. So we'll keep an eye on that one. And Rivian, the great Rivian, up 50 cents this morning to 26.29. Go. Again, NASDAQ is up. The weed stocks down. Tilray $1.68 stuck. Canopy stuck at 39 cents. These things are dead. There's no way that I don't know. Industry hasn't found a way to profit from the marijuana industry because of the fact that it's still dirty money. They can't access banking. There's too many roadblocks for these companies to make money, and that's why the black market kills them. But we'll keep watching it anyway. I'm pretty sure that Tilray someday will go up, but I can't sit and hold it for years. It's not the way it's not the way it works. What else? So Apple is up 73 cents. Amazon up 34. Google up 25 cents. Reporting earnings at the close today. Facebook up 5. Nice. Microsoft up 3. Nice. Nvidia up 11. Go. Tesla's even coming back, 2.5. So big technology is up. The big question for earnings this earnings season is a lot of AI, right, is baked into the equation. A lot of people on Wall Street think that big tech, the big tech as we know it, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, NVIDIA, are going, Amazon, Apple, are going to capitalize the most on AI. But it hasn't been proven yet. It's somewhat of a bubble, right? Where is the profitability in these advanced AI platforms? Nobody really knows yet. And it's not really there yet. But the possibility is there. That's what's driving it up. So I don't know. Again, I think we go. I really believe we go higher from here. I don't see how the Nasdaq retreats at these levels. It's 14,000. The high last year was 16. We haven't even approached last year's high. And when it does that, forget about it. It goes even way higher because there's no resistance. There's no jerk off selling because they're stuck. Right? They get out. Right? They take the ride. So in finality, I just wanted to talk about the polls. It looks like Trump is running away, totally running away with the Republican nomination. It looks like Trump has got, in the latest Rasmussen poll, Trump is up 44. Interesting, Ramaswamy is making a move there. He's not like 0 or 1% anymore. He's like 3, and I've seen him as high, right here in Fox Business. They got him as high as 6%. He's over Chris Christie, and he's over Mike Pence. Wow, Vivek Ramaswamy would be number 3 if you do the math, but Trump is still way out ahead. I know people think of think of these debates as lobbying to try to get to be Trump's VP. Now, remember, Mike Pence was neither a candidate nor really well known at all, and Trump picked him. Remember, Trump doesn't want a leader. Trump doesn't want a Vivek Ramaswamy running his mouth and being a potential replacement for him. Trump wants a fucking yes Trump guy. Yes, Trump. Yes, Donald. Oh, yes, Donald. Even Giuliani couldn't do that, because Trump is surrounded by egomaniacs. Trump will probably likely pick, I think he should pick. I like the governor. What's her name? Former press secretary. Fucking what's her name? Her father was Senator Huckabee, Sarah Sanders Huckabee. I think she would be an amazing vice president for Trump. She is the press secretary. She knows how to deal with the press. And now is a governor and has governor experience, and she's a woman. She's a middle of America woman. I think Sarah Huckabee Sanders would be a great pick for vice president, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to talk about this. Tulsi Gabbard was on there bashing the Biden corruption. I don't want to go there right now. I don't want to go there. So thank you everybody for joining me. Mark Sconti reporting. Have a good day. It's what's the weather like? 73. Take care of yourself. Add 25 years to your life. Relax, breathe, eat. If you're smoking too much, cut it out. If you binge drinking, don't do that. Learn how to meditate. Learn how to meditate. Don't just say, "Oh, I'm meditating." I'm meditating on the crucifixion of Jesus. Now meditate and quiet down your mind. Learn how to meditate and do it. So let's play this last song. Let's play these guys. Take us out right now. See you guys.